Hi everyone, I welcome you back to our channel. This is Legal Mindset at the bar, and today we are in for fundamentals of criminal law, and we are continuing with the principles of criminal law. As we promised, we shall handle one by one such that you understand them very clearly, because they are sacrosanct, they are very important and paramount for your understanding of the topic. Principles of criminal law, and the course unit itself, fundamentals of criminal law. So by the end of this session, you should know what is the standard of proof, what is the position of law on the standard of proof. Hang on until the end of this video, where I shall give you an interesting judgment of Sir Udo Udoma on the position of the law on diminishing responsibility on the standard of proof. It was a slip of the tongue. So, the standard of proof can be defined as the degree to which a party must prove the case to succeed. The Black's Law Dictionary is in essence to define standard of proof as the degree or level of proof demanded in a specific case. In criminal law, the case of Miller versus Minister of Pensions, a case of 1947, laid down the principle that the standard of proof is beyond reasonable doubt. Therefore, a person with the burden of proof shall prove at the standard of beyond reasonable doubt. That's why we say that the burden of proof lies on prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt. That is the standard of proof. Now, if you go to the case of Katimba versus Uganda, the case of 1967, East African Law Reports, page 366. The appellant was charged with 2 accounts of burglary and theft, as well as alternative charge of receiving and obtaining, retaining stolen property. So, the trial magistrate found that prosecution had failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt the charges. The magistrate went on to find the victim, to find the accused guilty of assault of the woman, because the victim, the woman in that case, testified that while the offense was going on, the accused assaulted her. So, on appeal, in this case, Sir Udo Udoma noted that after the trial magistrate found that prosecution had failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt the accounts of theft, as well as receiving and retaining stolen property, it was meaningful for him. It was not meaningful. It did not make sense for him to find the accused guilty of indecent assault due to absence of corroboration. Why? Prosecution has alleged that you went inside the house and stolen goods, and during that theft, you assaulted the woman indecently. But prosecution has failed to prove that you're the person who actually stolen the goods. So, prosecution cannot again find you guilty of indecent assault, because if you did not go to steal the goods, how did you indecently assault the woman? That was the position of Sir Udo Udoma in that case. Because prosecution failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt, it means the accused was to be acquitted. Thank you very much for watching Legal Mindset at the bar. Share with your colleagues such that they also gain with this useful information. Subscribe and we move together.